Hey guys, this is Longshot here. I thought that, I probably left the map. I mean, I haven't been online for a while. I haven't casted any games in a bit, but I decided to do something a little bit different. This time around, I'm going to be actually casting something special. I know that you guys have been pretty much just hanging out wondering, hey, where the heck is Longshot? Longshot has been MIA. Well, a lot of things have been going on in my life, and so I'm just trying to take care of the things that are our priority. But don't get me wrong, folks, StarCraft is definitely a priority on that list. It's just I've had to take care of some of life's issues and life's priorities. So anyways, I decided to come back with a very special replay for you guys, or at least a very special game. Yes, it is a replay, so don't be mad at me. I mean, this isn't live, so I figure I'd bring something super special for you guys. So I wanted to bring a game with D-Muslim. That's right, EG's D-Muslim, and he's going to be spawning in the bottom right-hand corner as the blue Protoss, and his opponent is none other than I am Nesty. So, I know, right? Like, dang, all of a sudden, two pro players out of nowhere. That's right. Well, I decided to do a little bit of something special, and as we can see, both players are going to be spawning pretty much close air, but right now we do see that EGD Muslim is going to be going for the double racks pressure. I mean, it's amazing how fast he's going to be doing this. Like, he made this very soon, very quickly, and we do see that Nesty is going to be going in to get a scout off of D-Muslim's base, or at least put this in, and just to see that he is aware that, yeah, he does see the minerals mining, so he knows that there is D-Muslim over here, and that's actually very interesting. He doesn't even see it, but he does see the minerals mining. Therefore, he should already know that his opponent is there. But unfortunately, he is not aware of these two racks being built very close to his base. Unfortunately, if he took this Overlord and put it right here, he would be able to see everything around here, but he's not going to be able to see this. But D-Muslim is going to be scouting off into Nesty's base. He is going to see the expansion. He's going to know the timings of this spawning pool, that he's going to have the two racks done and building two Marines prior to that spawning pool finishing. And due to that, the reason for that is because he was cutting some SCVs. That is correct. So he was able to cut a few SCVs to get those racks up very quickly. Now he's going to be pushing with these two SCVs, building two racks, and he's going to have a couple of more Marines coming in just to finish off these bunkers and actually put on some pressure. But Nesty's his initial response is to actually get up some spore crawlers, or I should say spine crawlers, and those spine crawlers are going to be able to outrange these bunkers. But with the pressure of this, he does have a few Zerglings on the way and going to be doing a little bit of pressure, but it's not going to be enough. Once that bunker goes down, he is going to have three SCVs going to be repairing it for any type of initial attack. The Queen pops out, throws the larva injects, and we do see that one spine crawler is going to be gauging his range. We saw that it was literally built completely out of range, and it's not being attacked at all. So as you can see, we do have, it's going to be outranging it, folks, and Nesty is really going to be under a lot of pressure right now, especially with these two bunkers with 4 Marines in each, with 4 SCV is going to be repairing it, but he's going to be doing a lot of pressure right now. He's going to be getting his Zerglings and trying to take out these SCVs, finally taking out all 4 SCVs, taking out that one bunker, and bringing off some drones. It's amazing, folks, that he's able to thwart off all of this, but D-Muslim does still have a few Marines going to be able to do a lot of pressure, and we do have that spine crawler going to be taking out, wow, it goes down. Unfortunately, D-Muslim is going to be losing all that. Let's take a look at the units lost tab. We do see that Nesty did lose a lot of units, but he is not as bad as D-Muslim. He lost a little bit more in that engagement, and with that in mind, so D-Muslim just lost a little bit, but he can get back into the game. But the amount of damage that was done to the hatchery, if he decides to even keep on pushing, which looks like he is going to be at least, but he is going to be pushed away from that spine crawler. That spine crawler is going to keep him away. He is just going to keep on building a few more Marines. And now he's going to be, I guess, he's going to scout with one of that and bring back that barracks back to home base. We do see a little bit of engagement from Nesty. Nesty does see that he does have a wall off. You know, he knows that he's not going to be able to get in anytime soon. He could have been putting on some pressure there, but unfortunately he has a few Marines coming in, and he might be engaging. I don't think that is a wise decision, especially with the amount of Marines there to the Zergling ratio. So I think it'd be best for him just to take those Zerglings right back home. While we do see that Muslim is going to be getting a good scout off, going to be able to see a little bit of everything that's going to be going on in Nesty's base. Nesty is going to be trying to whittle down this Rax, but I mean, it's no more just going to be than an annoyance. We do see that Muslim has, across the map, has scouted other positions in the map, and, you know, unfortunately, we do see that Muslim is going to be hurting just a little bit. But he is going to be trying to take out some of those creep tumors, and with that being in mind, keeping creep spread away from your base is essential. Making sure that, you know, the creep spread, you keep that under control, especially as a Terran player, because you don't want creep just to all of a sudden be knocking at your base. But I think D-Muslim is making himself a little bit overextended here. He has had all these Zerglings just pretty much whittle down all of that, and once again, take a look at the units lost tab. I mean, yes, Nesty has lost a bit more, but that's due to the Zerglings, but Muslim has lost a lot more resources in these engagements, and unfortunately, if he loses another barracks, like, that's not going to be good for him. But, you know, he's just keeping at bay to see when he engages and stuff like that. But as we can take a look at the production tab, we do see that metabolic boost is being made, as well as his layer tech is going up from Nesty, while we have in D-Muslim's base, look at this, he already has created three orbital commands. Yeah, look at this. The 3 orbital commands being made. He's going to be transferring off some SCVs, but he's already got 2 more factories going. And I believe he's going to be going for that pre-igniter, infernal pre-igniter. So he's going to be mainly tech switching over to Hellions, and this is essentially a really good build, especially since we have D-Muslim going to be, I'm sorry, Nesty going to be going more on the Zergling Baneling, but we do see a Spire being made. Ooh, so he may be going Ling Baneling Mutilist, so impressive that he's going to be going that build, but I have a feeling with the amount of tech that I'm seeing from D-Muslim, I have a feeling it's not going to be enough unless he gets a lot of Mutalisks out. And I think that, you know, with the amount of scouting that D-Muslim is doing with these barracks is that he mainly wants to make sure that once Nesty gets his 3rd base up, and if he does get his 3rd base up, then he'll know when to take his 3rd and his 4th, and pretty much containing Nesty is essential for D-Muslim, because you don't want, see, as you can see, he's just trying to get that other drone out. He's going to check the 3rd area where his 3rd base may be, and also another area, and he just wants to make sure that Nesty is off 3 base for quite some time. And I understand the aggression, and it looks like Nesty is going to be sacrificing this, but he's got a lot of Lings and Banelings, but I'm not sure about that with the amount of Hellions on the map. I mean, yes, this is going to be a significant force for Nesty, but is it going to be enough for the amount of Hellions, especially with the blue flame? That's going to be pretty rough for him to take, especially with the amount. Let's see, he's got quite a lot here, but I'm not sure. Ooh, we see that D-Muslim is going to be engaging a little bit. He's got, wow, look how many Zerglings went down in that engagement. He's just trying to keep up the pressure. He's just microing it very well, losing only about 1 Hellion. And in that engagement, wow, just bringing the resource tab in D-Muslim's favor. Even though he's a bit supply, he's under his Nesty supply. That's pretty normal, but now that he knows that a couple Mutalisks are on the way, I'm assuming that Thor is here. That is right. We did see that the armory was being made over here, but unfortunately, you know, I'm not sure that Nesty's tech switch into Mutalisk would be viable, especially depending upon the amount that, depending on the number of Thors that are going to be coming out, and we see that already 2 more Thors are being produced, and Nesty does see that there's a Thor out, and maybe he's going to start tech switching into something different. But as for now, he is sticking with the Ling Baneling right now, and he's going to be getting his 3rd up. It definitely needs to start mining that and saturating that. Once that base gets up, we do see that both the level 1 range and attack, or I'm sorry, the level 1 range and armor for Zerg players, for Nesty, is going to be coming up. So, but we also see from D Muslim, he's also going to be getting his vehicle level 1 upgrades up. So man, I haven't cast in a long time, so I'm like almost out of breath right now. It's amazing that I've been able to talk this long for how long it's been. So, but he does take out those those little scouts, those creepers. Anyway, so I mean, we do see that Muslim is going to be tech switching more into mech right now, and I like this. He's got more Hellions due to the amount of Zerglings on the field, with 4 Thors, actually 5 Thors out on the field right now, and that'll be a viable composition against what Nesty has in his composition. I mean, we do see 26 more Zerglings being made, and we do see that D Muslim is going to be getting up his 3rd base. And he's going to be also getting his 4th up possibly up here. Yeah, we do see that as well. So he is going to be poking and prodding here a little bit. Going to be able to just see what's going on. He does see that the 3rd has been taken. And once that is done, he's going to have free reign to take his 4th. And we do see that Nesty has already taken his 4th. He really needs to take, maybe transfer some drones over there and actually start saturating that area. And once we see that Nesty's pretty much got a little bit more map control, he does have vision of what's going on. He doesn't see that D Muslim is going to be going up to the northern position and getting his 4th out, but he's got to be aware. I mean, he's got to be actively scouting with these Mutalisks. Once these Mutalisks, here they come, those Mutalisks are going to be able to scout off and actually do a little bit of damage here, maybe prevent D Muslim from actually getting up some of these turrets, but or at least delaying them. Definitely focusing down a few SCVs, getting a few kills, but with the amount of Thors on here, it's not going to be... It's a wise decision just to move out and not risk losing any more Mutalisks to the Thors. The Thors are definitely going to be putting a lot of pressure. I mean, look how many Thors there are. Let's take a look at the units tab. We have 7 Thors to 1 tank and 17 Hellions into 78 Zerglings and 16 Banelings with only 4 Mutalisk. And I like this tech switch back into Roaches. I mean, we don't see a lot of Roaches on the field yet, but I mean, 21 Roaches is a significant amount. But wow, look how many Banelings are being made right now. Oh my gosh, let's take a look at the production tab. That is actually 27 Banelings being made right now, and he's got a large ground force, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough with the Hellions and the Thors. The Thors are definitely going to be the tank of this army, at least going to be taking a lot of damage, and we see that a lot of SCVs are going to be able to take out, or at least repair, and we do see a few Banelings going to be taking out a few Hellions, but now we see that D Muslim is aware of this and he needs to move out, but we do see Nesty's huge army going in for the kill right now. Oh my gosh, like, he's going to be coming in, he's going to take all of his Banelings and pushing in and try to take as many Thors as he possibly can, or whittle down as much as he can. He takes 1 Thor out, 2 Thor out, 3 Thor. Look how many go out. They are all going down left and right. They're almost, he's got almost all of them dead, but wow, in that engagement, let's take a look at the resource tabs. Wow, Nesty loses his entire army, and he is really far behind, especially in the resources tab, even though he is right back up to 200 once again, getting his army right back up. D Muslim still trying to repair his forces as well as get his forces right back up into position, building 3 more tanks now. He's going to be pretty much going more tanky with the siege tanks and getting it in his position. So as we can see, a large Roach army going to be pushing across the map right now, and you know, we do see that he's got this large Roach army, but in response to that, you can't see it, but yes, he is getting his Greater Spire up, and we also have, let's see, Nestea going to be just checking out other expansions. Going to be, and he's aware that the other expansion here is not there yet, so he is going to be swinging around this. It's a beautiful move. He's actually going to be maybe be able to take out this planetary fortress. The planetary fortress is trying to be repaired as quickly as possible, but the roaches are going to be able to take this planetary fortress out. But the damage that has been done to these roaches is actually quite significant. They're pretty much at half life right now, and you know, they're pretty much stuck behind enemy lines. They're not going to be able to do anything unless he has the the burrow, and the burrow's actually almost finished, so he's going to be possibly able to get out of here unscathed, and he's going to be able to burrow those roaches, going to be able to heal them up, and he has the ability now to pretty much move those roaches out of the base, but unfortunately he does have detection, so he is going to be able to see that. But, uh-oh, there was a drop, or actually, the drop hasn't happened. D-Muslim, oh my gosh, he's going to be losing these 4 Hellions in this medevac. That's going to be huge losses, especially with the amount of damage that could have been done to these drones. Nothing had been done to that at all. But, man, we do see that D-Muslim now is behind. He doesn't have any base. Really, he's only mining off of 2 bases right now. These 2 bases are the only things that are keeping him in this game right now. While as we see Nestea at 1 base, 2 base, 3 base, and actually finishing off his 4th base. So he is floating a ton of minerals and a ton of gas right now. But we do see that he is going to be trying to push out with these roaches, trying to get out of this predicament, and unfortunately may not be enough, because with the amount of siege tanks that are on the low ground, they're going to be doing heavy damage to them. And I think really he's just trying to take out these these turrets, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And he's just going to be able to clean that up. But we do see a large force going to be pushing across the map from D-Muslim. D-Muslim is going to be taking out a lot of spine crawlers, just going to be start pushing forward. I mean, look how many tanks he's got up to the front. I mean, that's about 10 tanks and a boatload of Thors, and he is going to be able to take out this expansion. Nestea is actually now going to be on 3 base, or actually more or less 2 base, because he was finishing off that other base. Oh, but we do see Broodlords out on the map. We do see them. They're going to be pushing out up against these tanks, and luckily he's got infested. He's going to be fungal growth on those tanks, and those tanks are just cannot be able to be moved out with the amount of Broodlords on the way. Unfortunately, you know, D-Muslim is under the gun right now. He's going to be trying to push, at least bring up those Hellions to at least tank a little bit of those Broodlings, but those Broodlings are just going to be whittling down these Thors. But, you know, due to the speed of both units, I don't think any of them are going to be able to take each other out, or at least run away from each other. I mean, we do see that Thors are going to be on, but you can see a lot of Zerglings and a lot of Banelings going to be morphed in. We do see the scam being thrown down, and I think D-Muslim is going to be up against the ropes. Is he going to be able to come back? I mean, he is making a few Vikings, which will be able to whittle down this Brood force. The Broodlord force, but you know, then he brings Nestea bringing in the Corruptors, going to be cleaning up these Vikings. But I guess D-Muslim is going to be doing some pretty much hiding in a corner right now. I mean, he's up against the ropes right now. But while you see that, I mean, he is going to be bringing in all of his Banelings. The Banelings are going to be hitting all of the Thors, and boom! You saw all of that go down, taking out a few more tanks, but surprisingly, it looks like he's actually going to be able to clean this up. I mean, the Hellions are doing massive damage to those Zerglings, and unfortunately, all of the Broodlords get taken out with the amount of Thors on the field, and one Viking comes in just to clean up that last Broodlord. Wow, that is absolutely amazing from D-Muslim. D-Muslim is actually coming back from this. Unfortunately, you know, Nestea, he has lost a lot of resources, almost, I guess you would say, double of what Muslim has done. So the resources that, even though it looks like that Muslim is always up against the ropes, he is utilizing his units very, very properly, keeping them in the game as much as possible, and also repairing his forces right after a huge battle, making sure that, you know, he's able to utilize them as quickly as possible when the time needed. And, you know, we do see that, you know, especially the upgrades on D-Muslim's tank, at least ground forces, mech forces are almost going to be 3-3 now. There you go. It finishes 3-3. There you go. So, you know, he's also got these Vikings pretty much only to ward off the Broodlords, really. Whereas Nest-T has a very large Zergling, Broodlord, and Infestor army, where a little bit of Corruptors in the mix just to take out those Vikings, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. I have a feeling more or less he needs to build maybe a few roaches in the mix just to be able to do a little bit more damage or to tank that damage from the tanks. But we do see Nest-T is going to be moving up into the middle of the map. He's going to take more map control, making sure that he's utilizing everything. He's got everything right now saturated. He's got pretty much on 3 base, but right now we do see a little bit of a battle going to be pushing forward. And oh my gosh, what's going to happen here? Look at all the Zerglings being roasted by the amount of Hellions. And I like this, the way that D-Muslim is utilizing his Vikings, gaining that vision so that Nest-T is not going to be able to move up into the tank range, not going to be able to pretty much outrange those pretty much tanks, and you know, utilizing those Hellions. The Hellions, I believe, are on hold position, so therefore, if anything comes close to those tanks, whether it be Zerglings, Banelings, they're going to be roasted, toasted to a crisp. So, unfortunately, I feel like Nest-T is starting to lose momentum right now, because right now we do see that pretty much Muslim has got the upgrades. Does Nest-T? No, I think Nest-T is right now up against the ropes with the upgrades. Let me try to find a ground unit. I don't even, does he have any ground units right now? He's got to have some ground units. Alright, so he's got 2 roaches and 2 Zerglings. Where are those guys? Alright, come on. They got to be somewhere around here. But anyways, another, oh, there they go. I guess that was it. But there we go. Another huge battle. Oh my gosh, I can't even contain this on my screen. Look at this battle being done. The Hellions roasting everything on the ground right now while the tanks are being fungal growth, and we do have a large Viking force being able to take out all the Broodlords. The Thors definitely taking out as much damage from the Broodlords, and I think D-Muslim pretty much took that away from everyone right now. Oh my gosh, like, I'm actually amazed he got rid of that, and I think it's more or less due to the upgrades. I think Nest-T doesn't have the upgrades against this force. I mean, he's only got 1-1 against his for his air force. And right now, I mean, D-Muslim's got like a huge tank force. So, I mean, wow. I mean, right now he is just cleaning house. I mean, he is definitely moved up in the world right now. I mean, the Corruptors can only shoot those Vikings, and they are just taking all that damage from the Thors, just sacrificing them all. But look at, oh, finally the Roach army is coming in. What kind of upgrades do they have? They have 3 attack, 1 armor upgrade, but they don't have the armor upgrade, so they are just they're just dealing a lot of damage, but unfortunately they're not able to take the damage from D-Muslim's force, so that's why D-Muslim's force is surviving the amount of onslaught that he is trying to provide. Unfortunately, we see this small Zerg force gonna be pretty much hiding in a corner and being able to be scanned on top of. You know, oh my gosh, like right now D-Muslim is in a great position right now, but is losing a lot of forces. I mean, the Roaches are dealing a lot of damage, but unfortunately, with the tanks behind, the Vikings in the air, going to be able to take out a huge Zergling army. I mean, I'm kind of scared to even look at the units lost tab. Oh, let's take a look at it. Oh, man. That is just ridiculous. But, I mean, as you can see, D-Muslim is continuing the onslaught, actually utilizing his Hellions to tank the damage of any type of damage that's being done by the Roaches. But right now, it looks like Nest-T is going to be able to clean up. Oh, man. But, I mean, the amount of units lost is just ridiculous. I mean, oh my gosh. And, you know, they have the workers killed is pretty even. I mean, yes, it's in Nest-T's favor, but unfortunately, I just feel that the resources tab really just shows it all right now. I mean, with we did see a little bit of a harass done by D-Muslim with his Viking force, And I have a feeling that these Vikings are pretty much just going to lay waste on this army, because right now we do see that Nest doesn't have any type of unit that can shoot in the air, or at least does enough damage to take out that. So he is deciding to definitely bring down all of his drones and saturate this bottom base here, while we see D-Muslim just taking a commanding lead, playing very calm under pressure. I mean, he was under pressure initially, but he's been dictating this game fairly well. And, you know, the amount of upgrades that he has is just ridiculous on his mech force. And surprisingly enough, this mech force is dealing quite a lot of damage. Yes, we do see one upgrade to the Muslim's air force, or at least the Vikings, and we have a large roach army coming across this map. But I'm not sure if it's going to do that much damage. But oh my gosh, these two Hellions, how many kills do these guys? Look at that, one shot caught like 3 more drones. Amazing that was. So right now I feel that this roach army is just making sure that there is nothing here, because if D-Muslim did get this area, man, there's at least he didn't. But these Vikings are going to be coming back. Gonna be dropping. Oh, they got fungal growth. These guys are not gonna be able to be dropped down anytime soon, but he's gonna be prevent mining from this base as much as possible, while this roach army from the south comes back and tries to take out as many roaches as possible. But the moment that they get there, he's gonna lift up and move them on out. So amazing by D-Muslim, man. I mean, I find it interesting. If you look at this, there's creep in the middle of the map, but there's nothing connecting it. Fine, if you want to be technical, maybe that kind of connects, but that's amazing. So D-Muslim's I guess not creep sweeping as much as he should, but you know, hey, what can you say? I mean, the guy's pretty much almost at maxed right now. I mean, I would say he's maxed right now, and he is going to be making another command center, going to be plopping that down right here. Oh, actually, wait a second. That's something. Oh, someone's moving over there. All right, that guy's moving over there. Possibly going to be making this one over here. So, right now, we see Nest going to be doing, I guess, he really wants to get these Vikings out of here. They do pretty much want to take them out. And with the fungal growths, going to keep them in place. Is he going to be able to take them out? D-Muslim does take off a few, but he actually does take them all out with the Corruptors and the Infestors. Very well done by Nest. Going to be taking out that threat and preventing him from repairing those, even though they're pretty much already repaired. That still doesn't do anything. But we do see that D-Muslim is going to be creating this command center, plopping it down, I'm assuming here. But we do see a large movement. Look how many Thors are on the field. Good Lord, Thor. There are 6 Thors out on the field with 15 Hellions. Oh my gosh, look at this engagement. These roaches are feeling a bit scarce right now. They do have 2 armor, but as you can see though, D-Muslim has had these 3/3 upgrades for quite some time. And I would feel very scared to be Nest right now, as you can see with this large mech force, and he is going to be just slowly trotting along and being able to take out this expansion of Nest. Nest has to do something crucial, but I have a feeling with the composition that D-Muslim has, this huge entire mech force is definitely going to pretty much put rain. Or, yeah, he's going to be just dropping rain on Nest with just shells of fire and hell, and just everything's just going to be going down, honestly. I mean, D-Muslim has the largest force for this, even though that, yes, there are Corruptors on the field going to be whittling down that. Dude, there's so many Thors that are just going to be, but plopping down a, oh gosh, what is that? I can't see it. It's a pointless defense drone, yeah. Oh my gosh, that shows the lack of knowledge right there. All right, so the point defense drone did take a few of those Corruptor shots out, and luckily Nest was smart enough to see that, but throws up the GG. Nest loses to D-Muslim. Wow, what an intense game. Oh my gosh, this is I'm extremely proud to say that, you know, amazing gameplay by these pro players. You can't get enough of this anywhere else. Honestly, I mean, I think this was just a normal ladder game. Not sure. I pretty much got this replay off of a website, but you know what? It was an awesome replay. I'm glad I did it. So I just wanted to break back into casting again with all of the people that enjoy watching StarCraft, and wanted to bring you a really good pro play game. So definitely, check me out again. I should be posting up a few more replays here in the near future. I know that I've been gone for a bit, but thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And yes, I'm going to be getting back into casting. So once again, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll check you guys next time. Peace!